Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, ever since Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty of multiple tax evasion and fraud charges, I've kind of been waiting for brands to come out to announce that they've dropped them as business partners. Todd and Julie Chrisley, they actually promote a lot of brands, especially on their podcast. If you listen to their podcast, every time they take like a commercial break per se, they're promoting a brand. And most of the time when celebrities get in any type of trouble, if they're accused of something, if they get a DUI or a DWI, or if they're arrested for drugs or anything like that, especially if they're facing prison time, those brands will come out basically to denounce them and drop them. So when Todd and Julie Chrisley were found convicted, I was kind of expecting that to happen. The first thing that I was expecting was for them to lose their TV show, Chrisley Knows Best. And I've had a lot of people come to me asking, like, what's the deal with that? Well, so far, the network has not dropped their family, Chrisley Knows Best. They still have their show, and it just started again. This new season started on the 23rd of this month, so you actually can watch the show right now. Now, I did hear that the network is taking the next few months to figure out what they're going to do. I don't really feel like they have much of a choice because Todd and Julie Chrisley, they're going to jail. I mean, they're going to prison. So either the network can decide to take a long hiatus and wait for them to get back and then pick up filming, or they can drop them. A part of me feels like, they're probably going to drop them. Also, I've been asked about their podcast, Chrisley Confessions. As of right now, same thing. There's no news out there, and they are uploading every week. Once again, once they are sentenced, I feel like there's not going to be much of a choice there. They're not going to be, making a podcast when they're in prison. Now, one brand actually did speak up yesterday and put out a press release to drop them as a brand ambassador. So it says here, and this is from Us Weekly, it said Todd Chrisley's partnership with Beckett Spirits has been dropped as Todd Chrisley faces up to 30 years in prison for fraud. Tinley Beverage Company noted in a press release on Monday, June 27, that it has served notice and has terminated their agreement with Todd Chrisley, who has been their brand ambassador. Todd Chrisley, however, does still have their company, Beckett Spirits, listed in his Instagram bio. Now, Todd announced his partnership with Beckett's in January 2021. At the time, Todd did confirm that Julie Chrisley, as well as his daughter Savannah Chrisley, would be joining him as they promote the company's line of non-alcoholic spirits and cocktails. I don't think I've ever had a non-alcoholic spirits or cocktail. Anyhow, Todd said that Julie and Savannah was going to join him. They were going to become brand ambassadors as well. And this was part of their Sober Curious movement. All right. So back on August 2021, Todd posted this on his social media account. He says, as America's #1 helicopter parent, my mission has been to find the perfect, sophisticated, non-alcoholic party cocktail for our family and friends of all generations. From Chase and Savannah, and even to my mother, Nanny Faye, when I couldn't find anything, I found the right partner in the Beckett team. They knew exactly how to make magic happen without the hazards of alcohol and the bland, boring, socially awkward options of sugary sodas and water. So now, when everyone gets home, they will have all been socially responsible. All good and everyone's happy. So news of the terminated partnership comes after Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted on 12 counts of tax evasion, bank and wire fraud, and conspiracy. They were indicted back in 2019. After denying the claims, they still maintain their innocence. They plan to file an appeal. Todd says that they are innocent. He says one day he'll be able to tell his story, and hopefully we'll all be able to believe him then. But as of right now, you guys, they're headed to the big house. That's just what it is. Come October, we're going to know exactly how long they're going to have to serve in prison. Now, following the verdict earlier this month, Todd, Savannah, and several of the family members spoke out to say that they were devastated. They wasn't sure how this could happen, and they don't know what this means for future projects and TV shows. Now, Todd did state on his podcast that even after, Chrisley Knows Best is no more or can't go on, that Savannah and Chase, they will always have their show, or they still have their show. And he did say on his podcast, he said, the way you guys will be able to keep up with us is through Growing Up Chrisley, which is Chase and Savannah's show. Now, I have heard of occasions where a judge will, have the mother and father serve their time at different times. Like maybe Todd serve his sentence first and allow Julie to be home with Chloe and Grayson. And if that's the case, maybe the show can continue and it can just continue. Like the dynamic obviously would change. It would be, the life of Julie Chrisley as she is a single mom per se, raising the kids while her husband is in jail and she is facing jail time. Honestly, I think people would be interested in watching that. I'm not gonna lie. So if the judge gives them their prison sentence and allows them to serve it at different times, I actually hope the show continues because I think that would be interesting. Now, I do think that in the days and weeks to come, we are going to hear about more companies dropping the family as brand ambassadors are working with them. I think we're going to hear of more companies coming out to denounce them. However, the family has had continued support from their marketing firm. David, who is the CEO of Superior Marketing, he said, "I think the people don't see the real side of the Chrisleys." He said, "I wish the people could see how truly great they are. I just feel bad that they're getting all this negative publicity. I support them because I've seen the better side of the family." So they got some people still on their side that will make statements like these, but I do think in the days to come, we're going to see more companies denouncing them, speaking out against them. The family promote, a lot of companies. So I'm actually shocked that we haven't heard this yet, that this is kind of like the first one to come out to say we're dropping them. But I think it's going to start coming out, you guys. I think we're going to start hearing more and more and more. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think? The Chrisley family, Todd Chrisley, he has been dropped as a brand ambassador for this non-alcoholic company. They put out non-alcoholic cocktails. I've never heard of the company anyways, but yeah, they've dropped Todd. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.